would like to see less problems with McDonald's, and particularly with looking after their AI tool for hiring, McHiring, and Olivia, their chatbot. Researchers Ian Carroll and Sam Curry discovered that somebody had not been great with their password hygiene. Apparently, they reused their luggage code and provide access to over 64 million job applicant records, including names, emails, the full details, as if you had access to everything. Paradox AI is the company behind the Olivia chatbot. They said that only some of the records contain personal data and that the exposed information could have been used then by scammers. McDonald's blamed Paradox AI, which has since fixed the issue and promised stronger security and a bug bounty. Uh, this seems like a kind of security 101 issue, Tom. Is somebody really should have been fired for this kind of thing?
I'm not sure they're not going to be fired before this is all said and done with. As my friend Zoe Rose pointed out, at least it was 6 characters long, right? It's better than a 4-character PIN code. But yeah, this was a massive breach. Here's the thing to me. I think what happened is that when they set this up, they set a dummy password, PIN code, whatever, and then never went back and fixed it, right? Because why would we bother with that? We're trying to craft the perfect LLM response to job application question that, okay, yeah. We know where the work went in here. The work went in to reduce the amount of time that the HR staff at McDonald's was going to have to use to process applications. And yeah, just think about how many McDonald's you have in your town, times however many towns, however big enough to have a McDonald's. And that's how many job applications that they get on a daily basis. So I get why they want to do this. But I think what is important here to understand, first of all, yeah, if your password's 1234556 or some derivation thereof, just go change it now. You can listen to me while you're doing that. The problem is what AI represents for the future. And this wasn't McDonald's that caused this problem. This was a contractor that McDonald's contracted out to that created a platform that tied back into McDonald's. So this is the age-old problem of if you don't do it yourself and you have somebody else take care of it for you, you have assumed all of their code quality issues and liability issues when you implement their solution live on your site. Because I promise you, anybody who gets this information leaked, they're not going after, who was it? Paradox AI? They're going after McDonald's because I didn't apply to work at Paradox AI. I applied to work at McDonald's. You have to double check the things that come in. And if the people who are accepting that work don't know to check those things or don't do a code walk to figure out if there is a hard coded password in the back end, then those people need to be replaced by people who are not AIs, who are freaking smart enough to know to check those things. That's security 101, like you said. Never assume that the people who turned in the stuff had your best interests in mind, because once they've turned that module over to you, it's not their problem anymore. Now, I'm sure that there's going to be tough decisions. Yeah, there's a bug bounty and some other stuff. I'm sure there's going to be a payment involved somewhere along the line from Paradox AI to McDonald's that's probably going to be used as the basis for the lawsuit that's going to be filed against McDonald's for this. So, who knows? Maybe it's enough to pay for another free year of credit monitoring for everybody. You never know.